With Easter right around the corner, many parents of children with ADHD are already beginning to stress about the inevitable behavior that will result from all of those candy in those cute little Easter baskets. I'm Dana Kay and I work with parents of children with ADHD, helping them to naturally reduce their child's symptoms. I'm a board certified holistic health and nutrition practitioner, but I'm also a mum of a child with ADHD, so I know how hard it can be to manage challenging behavior that results from a child's ADHD. But today, I am here to help because the truth is, Easter doesn't have to be stressful and it doesn't have to be full of gluten, dairy, soy, artificial flavors, and colorings, and other nasties either. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to share some of my best tips and tricks for making Easter less stressful and more fun for everyone. Now, children with ADHD can still have a great time at Easter without eating way too much sugar and other terrible ingredients. Here are a few ways that many of the families I work with are making Easter both fun and relatively healthy. First of all, they are remembering that candy is not the only thing they can use to fill those Easter baskets. Some other items to consider: small packages of Legos, money, toy filled eggs. You just search for those on Amazon to find lots of different options. Water balloons, balls, chalk, bubbles, clothes, books, gift cards, fidgets, which are fantastic for kids with ADHD, Play Doh or kinetic sand, dollar store toys, tattoos or stickers. I could go on and on with wonderful ideas. Now, one idea that a mum in my program recently shared, which is the most amazing idea, and I'm totally going to steal it, is that she opens a Lego package and hides the pieces in plastic eggs. When her children find all the eggs, they put the Lego pieces together to make a new Lego masterpiece. There really are many things to include that aren't food. Be creative and have fun. Now, to make Easter fun and healthier, the families I work with are also remembering to include some candy in their children's basket. It's important to make sure our children don't feel left out. I teach all the families I work with to avoid gluten, dairy, and soy because these are the top three inflammatory foods. And by removing these foods and replacing them with nutrient dense, whole fruits and vegetables, grass fed, protein sources, and healthy fats, families are able to reduce inflammation in the body, leading to a reduction in ADHD symptoms too. But cutting out these foods and eating healthier does not mean they never get treats. They are kids and they need to still get fun treats, just like their friends are getting. But we can choose better alternatives. Now, I can already hear the questions forming. What are the better alternatives? Better alternatives are candies that avoid some of the worst ingredients out there. Ingredients like artificial colors like red 40 and blue 1, artificial flavors, and of course, like I always say, those top inflammatory foods: gluten, dairy, and soy. Artificial colors like red 40 and blue 1 are derived from petroleum and linked to several health issues, including allergies and hyperactivity in children. Did you know that they require a warning label in Europe? And yet we give them to our kids freely here in America. Artificial flavors are complex chemical mixtures made in a lab using various substances like crude oil or coal tar and contain upwards of 100 ingredients, including some that are recently banned. Food companies don't actually have to tell us anything about the ingredients that are in these artificial flavors. They just slap on artificial flavors on the ingredient label, and we are totally left in the dark about what we are really eating. So we definitely want to avoid that. Luckily for us, not all candy has these ingredients. So some of my absolute favorite brands for better candy are Yum Earth, Free to Be, and Enjoy Life. By choosing better alternative, our kids still get candy and don't feel left out, but we don't have to deal with any fallout that might result from gluten, dairy, soy, artificial colorings, and all those nasties. We totally get the best of both worlds. Our kids are happy, and so are we. Another idea for Easter baskets that many families like is to make a deal with children ahead of time, letting them know that they can trade out any banned candy they receive for cash. Now, I don't know about everyone out here listening, but my boys love cash. So, this is something they look forward to now. They would much rather that have cash than candy that disappears in seconds. Remember, Easter isn't about candy, or at least it doesn't have to be. Our kids can still have a great time without getting a sugar high or filling their bellies with inflammatory foods. I hope these tips and tricks have been helpful. As always, feel free to reach out if you've got any questions. Bye for now.